27 and 26. Curtis from the outside. Then there's J.D. Stockwell and J.D. Green. Stacked field, ready to roll with defending champion starting in 8th. Green flag is in the air.
Chris Curtis is going to have a huge shot down into turn 1. Tries to make the hard left-hand turn. Daniel Petrovich does not allow him to do so. Wenzel forces it 3 wide, goes straight to the bottom down in turns 3 and 4. Everybody dicey on lap 1 here for the Super Streets.
What's been incredible about the plus-minus system is the fact that fast riders have had to start mid-pack. Tim Wenzel will look to the inside on card number 88. Hillary Renaud losing some time on the outside and now poking his way inside the top 6 is Tim Wenzel as they all chase the top 5 into turn number 4. How about Colton Martin in card number 4? No, excuse me.
J.D. Stockwell is going to be underneath the 27 of Daniel Petrovich. Chris Riendu is going to try to follow him through along with Chris Curtis. Down the front stretch, Weasel's going to get underneath Petrovich. Stockwell can't clear. Petrovich chases it up the hill. Now Riendu down to the bottom. They'll be side by side through turns 3 and 4. That's going to drag Chris Curtis along with him.
Yeah, Petrovich gets a little bit to the outside and gets caught up in, I wouldn't say the marbles, but just basically the untested area. Nearly clips the wall down the backstretch. Wenzel's right there. They'll make contact side by side off of turn number 4.
Yeah, Petrovich bounced off the backstretch, but a little bit ahead of him. Chris Riendu bounced that car off the Jersey curb, lost a little bit of time there the previous lap. Wenzel now underneath Petrovich. Riendu all over the back of J.D. Stockwell heading down into turns 1 and 2.
It's a good battle off of turn number 2. J.D. Stockwell shows the way. Top 2 breaking away nicely. As then you have the number 4 of Riendu. Riendu's going to stalk him right in the tire tracks. Meanwhile, down to the inside, 26 with problems. The red car losing time on the outside. That is Chris Curtis, who started on the outside pole. Is shuffled off of the racetrack.
Weasel down to the bottom underneath J.D. Stockwell is there side by side. Weasel off of turn 2 will go to the point looking for career win number 1 here at Monadnock Speedway. Can he follow in John Foltz's footsteps? Stockwell now goes back to the offensive, looking to see if he can get back to him. They'll come up on the 97 of Mike Lashaway and the 10 of Wesley Stett going to be coming up. They're going to try to go down to the bottom as Riendu goes to the top side. The 97 jumps up. Now he's going to battle right in front of the leaders. Riendu going to throw it 3 wide down the backstretch. Stockwell follows. Wenzel backs out of it. Now gets pinned. He's going to look for the crossover up over the Jersey curb.
Wenzel pretending that it was, well, not even paved. He whatever what they used to call the turtles, but now it is well, it's now a whole curbing. And it really impeded his speed for about a lap. And now Tim Wenzel closing in, runs in 3rd. He started in 8th, so has moved up 5 positions in just the first dozen and change laps now, working lap 14 as they come up on some lap traffic. These drivers have aced it big time this afternoon. Done a nice job. They'll lower around the number 69X of Daniel Robinson. Your leaders are in turn number 2.
They are about spread out evenly, about 2 car lengths each now. Wenzel closes in a little bit further in the back of Stockwell, but catches the lap car in a bad spot. Halfway home, 15 down, 15 to go for Chris Riendu. Battles all the way throughout as Hillary Renaud is under attack by Jake Veneta. Veneta tries to get up to the back bumper. Petrovich has gone from first to 4th, and that car does not look like it is handling as well as it did during his heat race.
Yeah, and Wenzel looks like it's going to be a battle between himself and Stockwell for the 2nd spot. He's right there on the back bumper. Laps winding down again. These riders will go 30, so they're just shy of or just past halfway, and clear sailing ahead of them. Right now, the number 4 continues to check out of Riendu.
The shocker to me right now is the one that's struggling hard with the race tonight is the 81 of Andrew Busso. Usually a pretty strong competitor down here, is struggling back there in the 10th position, not looking like his normal self, which is very competitive. Now Wenzel up to the back bumper of J.D. Stockwell. They'll be side by side down the back straightaway.
this is just the equalizer. So you take, you know, obviously the opening day jitters, and then you throw in a brand new racetrack, and you have a lot of comers and goers. One of them on the outs looking in today is that 81 is going to go down one lap. New second place driver, it is Tim Wenzel in turn number 3, as he's now up to position number 2 off of 4.
Now Andrew Russo in the 10th position goes a lap down to Chris Rando. Oh, Petrovic bounces off the front stretch wall here a little bit further back in the field. And Vanetta still all over the back of Hillary Renaud trying to look for the 4th position. Wenzel and Rando basically mirroring each other's times here late in the going.
I think they were hoping that when the 27 hit the wall, it might draw a caution flag. That would really even them up, but right now they separate about 4 car lengths as they make their way down the front straightaway, then an equal distance, then back to J.D. Stockwell, who is all by himself in 3rd. The other green car, Hillary Renaud, doing a nice job of holding off Jake Vanetta as they wheel it off of turn number 2.
Vanetta trying to get back to the Hillary Renaud. Renaud sideways off of turn 4. Again, your top 2 are
Trouble, turn number 3.
Yellow flag is out that he has been known for over the years. So it will be a 6-lap shootout. Weasel will be your control car in the O'Reilly's restart zone down in turns 3 and 4. Come to the green flag. Randy will get the jump over Tim Wenzel. Wenzel able to drop down to the bottom in front of J.D. Stockwell though. Renaud hangs on the outside of the rear corner now. Show an opening to get down in front of Jake Vanetta. Vanetta fills the hole down in turns 3 and 4.
They all chase the car for Weasel back into turn number 1, but it's Wenzel now. He opens up a hole. Here comes Stockwell looking down to the inside, but then he goes single file off of turn number 2.
Single file off of turn 2 back to Zielinski. Zach Zielinski goes underneath Hillary Renaud. Tim Wenzel trying to use that old line to get down underneath the bottom of Rander. Now gives him a shot down in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Weasel runs a little bit of a defensive line down in 3 and 4. Gonna pay for it coming off of turn 4 with 3 laps to go.
If you remember the early action here, Tim Wenzel was in a situation where he was clearly faster than the car in front of him. Misjudged going into turn number 3 and the 2 made contact. He's learned that lesson. He's learned the asphalt, and he is ready to pounce on your leader. With 2 laps to go, make that white flag out when they hit the start-finish line this time, and Wenzel's right there. Turn number 3.
Wenzel all over the back bumper, gives him a shot off the 4, lets him gather it up. Now nose to tail. Riendu down into turns 1 and 2. Wenzel right there. Riendu's gonna have to throw the block down to 3 and 4. Nose to tail. Wenzel with a huge shot off of turn 4. Riendu hangs on to it. Wenzel and J.D. Stockwell round out your top 3.
What an amazing battle right down to the wire, and Tim Wenzel in car.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I got to thank Norm Rand and Shirley for paving this track, JDV for putting it all on. I got to actually thank Fraser's Place, Cutting Edge Property Management, Mountainside Graphics, Brooks Automotive, Bush's Generator, Andy's Speed Shop, Lightning Chassis, my old man, he builds a hell of a fast race car. Yeah, everybody, we got so many cars, so many different sponsors. I knew I had to hold the bottom. It's a 2-lane racetrack, but it was a good racing with Wenzel and JD, so patience paid off.